This story starts when I needed new shoes since my old ones are broken and I didn't have any money. And to get new shoes, I decided to do something bizarre and paint the old ones to maybe trade them for a new pair of shoes. I had to go through so many obstacles and make so many mistakes, but finally I ended up painting something that I was very proud of. And in the end, it turned out that the subject matter of the piece was much bigger than my silly old shoes.
Shoes. I love them, you love them, we all love shoes. But these shoes that I've had for over 2 years now, and I love them very much. They are by Tommy Jeans. The model name is...
I couldn't find it.
Yeah, that's the model name. But there's a slight problem with these shoes. Let me show you.
Now that's a lot of damage!
That's the reason why I can't use them anymore. But I really love them and I would like to get new ones, but I don't have the money. So if you know somebody who works with Tommy Jeans or you work with Tommy Jeans, could you please send me new ones? And of course, I'm not saying for free. Obviously, since I'm an artist, I'm gonna paint these. And if there's a chance that Tommy Jeans sees this video, I can send the painted shoes to them and we'll go from there. But first we gotta clean these because these are dirty. Hello. So I've had these shoes for 2 years now. They have treated me very, very well and I've used them actively. I mean actively like every single day for 2 years. I always walk everywhere I go. I should have taken the laces off before I started this. I don't want to make this sound like a commercial, but you know, there is certain sense that you get from shoes that, you know, are, a lack of a better word, that guy. You know, I have no professional affiliation with Tommy Jeans yet. And I should probably say at this point, this is not sponsored content. I genuinely was thinking of ways how I could get these shoes again, like brand new, because they are great shoes. But you know, since I don't have the money to buy them, I was thinking of ways how I could use the skills that I have to get these shoes. That was the thing that I thought of. You know, I'm an artist, I know how to make cool looking stuff. So I thought to myself, you know, maybe Tommy Jeans will see this, maybe they won't. But if they do, I hope I make a good impression. The point being that this video is not sponsored by Tommy Jeans. I just genuinely love the shoes. Well, looks like what is this part of the shoe called? The inside bottom. Seems like I've worn it really well. Same thing here. And I don't think it's necessary to say this, but you know, I'm not a professional shoe cleaner, so if there's shoe cleaning channels watching this, I'm sorry that I'm triggering you. It's not my intention to trigger you.
Alright, hold on. I'm pretty loud at this moment, so let's check when we are at a... Well, this seems pretty good. So, we're back at the studio. The shoes are still a little bit wet from yesterday. So, I'm gonna let these dry, and while these are drying, I will make some research. Check out what Tommy Jeans stands for. I'm thinking that, you know, we could make it sort of the opposite in a good tasting way, so it's not really like in bad taste. I like to broaden the horizon, so that's what I'm sort of planning to do with Tommy Jeans, or with these shoes by Tommy Jeans. I'll let these dry and we'll do research, and after the research we'll start gessoing. Good day! I'm back. I used the entire day of yesterday just trying to come up with something, but nothing really clicked. Yesterday, after I left here, the only thing that I could think of was this, and it was just so frustrating that I couldn't come up with anything. And I genuinely spent the entire day trying to come up with a design. Nothing felt like it was made by me. That being said, I feel like I was just overthinking it, and that the right answer was just to go with my intuition. So that's the plan today, is to really lean into my intuition. Finally gesso the shoes. I don't know how to end these. Like when I talk to you, I've always seen like a lot of people say something like, so that's what we're going to do next, or something like that. I often say let's go. It always frustrates me when I'm watching this back in the edit. So I'm gonna think of something different this time. I really can't think of anything, so maybe I should just cut in between me talking and then just showing what comes after. We have put the first layer of gesso on the shoes now. So now let's start going with the design. I figured that there's two shoes. Have you thought about that, atheists? The first shoe could be like a daytime shoe. Other shoe could be like a nighttime shoe. I want to have a lot of different animals from different continents and different countries to sort of showcase the cultural significance of shoes, not by using humans and their cultures, but instead using animals, not their habitats, but the animals themselves symbolize the habitats where they're from, and of course button eyes, because that's kind of my trademark. Again, I don't know how to finish these things. Maybe I'll learn someday. But, maybe we should do like cool transitions. So, what if I ate you? Would that be cute? Let's try that.
Yeah!
Okay, we are mostly done with gessoing these. The red color still pops out. I don't think there's that much we can do about that. Also, it gives a nice undertone, so that's a plus. Tomorrow we'll continue, like sketching and then painting. Hopefully painting on the same day. That would be awesome. I'm getting really excited, and see you tomorrow then. Alright, the next part is to start painting them. I scribbled something, but then I thought, why don't I just start painting straight away? I mean, part of painting and the magic of painting is that it comes together after a little while. So before I start painting, I have to make an undertone. And what that means is that I'm going to paint the entirety of this shoe in one single color. And left shoe is going to be the day shoe, and this right shoe will be the night shoe. This will be purple and this will be yellow. I need to buy more yellow because I'm almost out. It's a funny idea to paint on a shoe. So why is that? Why do I use recyclable materials? The reason for that is that we have a problem with all the trash that we're producing. And I don't think that it's trash. I think it is material. If I can do just the smallest bit to reduce the trash in this world, I will do that. Since I stem from the street art culture, I always want to think outside the box. I feel like this is a much better use for these shoes than throwing them away. this is how far we got. In this video, we got all the animal characters on the dark shoe. We still have the bright shoe. This turned out really nice. And I still have to figure out what to do to the bottom, to the insides, and to the flat thing. This has a name. I don't know what it is. I think I really got into the idea of the piece, of this representing all of us looking at the same night sky and realizing that we have to find power from each other. I'm so grateful about how this turned out. Does that sound weird? That I'm grateful that it turned out nice? I mean, I made it. But yeah, I'm very happy, very grateful. I think without further ado, I gotta film some beauty shots for you, so you can really get a nice look at this. All that being said, I hope to see you in the next video. Take care. And please, roll the beauty shots.